here on my 48-hour itinerary in Istanbul, Turkey. If you only have a few days here, this is everything we did in 48 hours to maximize our trip. Depending on what time you get in, make sure you stay in Galata Tower area. We ended up staying here, and by far, I am so glad we stayed here because it was so close to everything that we needed. For dinner, we ended up going down by the water for sunset in the Galata Tower area. Just put in natural kebabs and you'll find so many options. We got just local food for the first night and it was very, very good. Highly recommend. The next morning, we woke up bright and early around 8 a.m. and we decided to go right to get coffee and some breakfast. One thing to note though in Turkey is everything opens up a little bit later, so options were a little bit limited, so just keep that in mind. We went to the shopping region because it had the most availability. This was a local Starbucks. We ended up going to this restaurant called German Turkish Bookstore and Cafe. It was actually super cute, and if you ever are working in Turkey, I highly recommend this bookstore. There was like 3 levels, books all around, views of Istanbul. It was really, really cute. Then after breakfast, we just walked around this area. There's full of stores such as Mango, Zara, so if you're in the shopping mood, this area is for you for sure. Then we just walked around for a little bit longer, stopped in the cutest Turkish bakery and tried local Turkish baklava. Highly recommend just trying any Turkish desserts while you're here. Turkey is also known for their world-renowned hairstylists and salons, so I booked an appointment at this salon. It's all over TikTok. It's very highly recommended, 5 stars on Google. I was so impressed with the results. They used some of the best techniques I've ever seen. Then just walk around and continue exploring. There's so many shops and cute little areas. It's kind of overwhelming with Istanbul. Then we went back and got ready for sunset dinner in the Galata Tower area again because there were so many rooftops I wanted to go to. This was the Galata Greenland Hotel rooftop. We literally had this entire rooftop to ourselves. The window open. We had views of the Galata Tower. It was truly so perfect, but highly recommend just putting this area in and searching rooftops because there's so many that came up. Then we went to one of the most famous sunset drink spots called Monkey. It's a rooftop bar. They always have DJs, 360 views of Istanbul. It was a great time. Then for dinner, we went to a restaurant located inside George's Hotel, which is a 4-star hotel. It was really great. Highly recommend that area as well. The next day, we woke up bright and early and ended up walking from Galata Tower all the way over to the Egyptian Bazaar / Blue Mosque area. The walk itself was really nice. It has a bridge crossing the 2 cities. It's really scenic, so I highly recommend walking, but if you don't want to walk, you can also taxi. The bazaar, there was so much to see. I feel like we didn't even touch everything that we could have seen. My favorite parts were the local teas and just spices in general, and also a lot of the designer stores. The last thing we did to end the day was find this hidden local rooftop cafe overlooking the entire city of Istanbul. This was on the bazaar side of Istanbul. It was so quiet and scenic. I was surprised there was no one else there. It had the best teas and coffees with the most amazing views. It was again inside a cave, so it felt really authentic. Then we just walked around the local bazaars a bit more. Highly recommend adding Istanbul to your list. The city has so much to offer. Save this and add it to your list.